Hi, welcome. Hi, my name is Tommy. I'm 27. This is my apartment. It is approximately 600 square foot, give or take 30 foot. And I try my best to make this place feel cozy to me and what I like, even though it's such a small space, I still feel like it's a bit of me. So yeah, let me show you around. I think one of my favorite things in the kitchen is probably the mats I got from Amazon. Bar chairs didn't steal, but took, borrowed, was given by my sister, and it just fit right in. It wasn't even intentional, like knowing what colors I was gonna have in the apartment before getting this. I have a lot of oranges in my apartment, so like beige, yellows, those are a nice complement to the apartment. The bar stools fit really nicely in here because there's no space for a dining table or even a bench. Like there's no type of room for any other place to eat outside of here or the living room. So this was a nice touch to have like some eating space. And this year I thrifted at a Fort Worth thrift store. I'm gonna link that. There's a lot in Fort Worth actually. They're really good. I was hoping to get an Audrey Hepburn movie poster because I love her movies. Breakfast at Tiffany's, Roman Holiday is actually my favorite, and I would have, been really happy to get that, but I didn't. This kind of gave the same vibe as that, so same era. I actually ended up watching the movie after I got the poster because I just like the poster so much. The movie is actually really good as well, so I would watch that. And then I have this little nook area that is kind of randomly placed, but ended up working out because I really loved the stuff I was able to put there. I really enjoy photography, and before the pandemic, I was doing weddings with a friend of mine, and I lost a lot of my lenses in the move that hurt from Maryland to here. This I also thrifted. It kind of reminds me of Day of the Dead, and I just love it so much. I grew up like with heavy Mexican influence. My best friend is Mexican. I am Nigerian. This is a gile, and that is a yan fan. I've had tons of them growing up. You just go to weddings or events, and that's the head tie. But I like this one specifically because it's brown and I have a bunch of orange and neutral tones in the house. So I put this one up because one, I love that, apartment culture is infused into my apartment. And as well as I just love the colors. So I just took it off of my head, tried my best to leave the pins in and leave it as is. And I put it up here and it just looks really great. I love it. It's really hard to personalize a kitchen because you're only cooking in here. What do you really need to personalize? But I think, as cliche as it is, your fridge is like where you're gonna get the most usage or be able to, kind of like make it your own. I know people like have apartments that doesn't feel lived in or is so clean, so pristine. Nothing about you is in the apartment. But I like the way my fridge is set up. I got this Martha Stewart calendar from Staples after I watched her documentary, and her story's insane. On my fridge this is my niece, these are my friends, love Star Wars, Andor is the best spin-off on Disney. And this is one of my favorite things on my fridge. It is, when you're a nurse, your patients can write or like review you kind of on like a sheet or something. And I'll keep some of them if I don't misplace it. So this is one of the notes a patient wrote to me. There's some of the national parks I've been to. I love a national park, Zion. All the new apartments don't have stoves with fire. They're these, I don't even know what they're called. I should know what they're called. See those little hot marks? If you actually cook, you hate this. You hate it, hate it, hate it. I'm gonna tell you the amount of things I have thought was gonna be in my routine that are not in my routine. Making a cup of coffee in the morning was one of those things. I will still go to buy coffee. This I really love. So the living room is very close to the kitchen. It's very close to the dining room. It's very close to the library. So anyways, I got this bookshelf on Amazon. I saw that men were originally using it for like tools and stuff in their garage, and I was just like, I don't have any space, and I have a lot of books. When I drove from Maryland to Texas, and I tell you, the whole car was basically just books and clothes, nothing else. So these are my books, and I even had to leave some of my records that I really loved in Maryland. But these are my books. It's a bookshelf. I have no space for a standing one or anything that's going to take any more space. So I was like, let's put it above. And whenever I have guests over and they're just sort of like, you built this, I don't trust you. So they're not trying to sit right here. It's like, let's just, I have my niece, my very new niece here. And I was like, let's not put I know it's dirty, but let's just not put the baby right here. It's like, it's been here almost 2 years. I haven't seen it buck or shake, but just or I will say I was a big Sarah Destin girl growing up. I loved her books, so I have a bunch of those. Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. It all started with Twilight. Growing up, I really loved Twilight, all Harry Potter, but I couldn't. If you're in Nigeria, you know what I mean. Like my mom wasn't having it with like witchcraft or whatever. So it's as ridiculous as it sounds. So these are some of my favorite coffee tables that I've kind of collected over time. This is Snoop Dogg's cookbook. It's actually pretty good. Like some of the recipes in here are really good. I know what you're thinking. Is it like 420 like recipes? No, he's literally just making fried chicken. And then this I got while I was in Martha's Vineyard with my sisters. It's Mediterranean food. And I really love Mediterranean food. I love hummus. And if you're a fan of like the basic shit like kava, this recipe book is cool. This is a book of Reader's Digest, book of facts. Never opened it once before. Looks cute. And then the Marvel Encyclopedia. I just really love it just because it's so big and colorful. It is really nice to kind of flip through because there's so many random people they're never going to make a movie about or really get into in the movie. So it's nice to like see some characters that are so nice. Rug, I really love it. It's kind of like bohemian type of look. What I love about it, it has all the muted tones and colors that I really love. It's not overpowering. It's easy to clean. It's like all of the things that you want in a rug, and it feels good. I should have probably put something underneath to make it a little bit more cushiony. That's one thing I regret, and I'm just not doing it again because I'm not lifting up this couch. This is my TV stand, and my center table were also purchased separately. This was on Amazon, and this was on Urban Outfitters. And I love how the colors complement each other. The brown. This chessboard also has the colors that my center table and my coffee table has, so it's really great the way it all complements each other. And I kind of love the browns. Same thing with the gilly that was up there. It just all complements each other. It all ties in. The browns, the oranges, the autumn colors, very like burnt orange, dark browns, I really love. And then the light browns. Same thing with my room. You'll see that wooden dark brown I really love. I can play chess okay. I can't play chess with somebody who can play chess really well. And those who understand what that means. You would think I got both of these in the same place. I did not. Completely separate purchases. And this is my record player. I also got it on Amazon. What is currently here? This is Tina Turner. That's currently here, which I love. I also really love my girl Tay. Being a Taylor fan is really complicated because people assume, which is so misogynistic, that if you like Taylor Swift, that your taste in music is surface level. Bullshit. Anyways, Midnight's one of my favorite albums. The quality isn't great for this record player. It's almost a decor situation, even though I really do enjoy to listen to records. This is not the best one on Amazon, just to be honest with you. I'll link it, but it's not. You'll hear. I love the color of this blue. My friend got it for me for my birthday. One thing I'll tell you is they put all the square footage in here. Nowhere else in here. So let's get into it. My bedroom is the most important thing to me because when you're a nurse, your bed, especially a night shift nurse, which I was for about 5 years, you want to come back home and be able to decompress. I don't want a bunch of things in my room. I don't want a bunch of colors. Make it look like an asylum. Make it look like an asylum. Because after a shift, that's what I feel like I need. So I liked a lot of muted tones, a lot of whites. The blackout curtain is a lifesaver. This I got from Target. I needed everything to be like a hotel room. I needed to feel like so at peace, so calm. I don't need any fun colors. This is not where I need a splash of paint. This is West Elm sheets as well, which I really love. This I got from Marshalls again. Kind of matches the color of the curtains and the color of this throw. I got the dresser from IKEA. And everybody knows the IKEA white dresser with like the slow shut, situation. I have the white one in my old apartment, which I loved. I didn't know that they had the brown one with the handles. I love this. So it's so spacious, it's so sturdy. One of the things I would really recommend is the cubicles. I have a bunch of cubicles for all my stuff. Still, it's a tight fit, but it helps you separate like your underwear and things like that. I really love the curtains I got. They're blackout curtains because I worked night shift when I moved here. I needed to be able to sleep during the day, so that was really helpful. So I have all my socks in this basin that I got from IKEA as well. It's really great. It's flexible. One of the things I'm really proud of is that I built everything in my apartment myself, hung that TV myself. Not the one in the living room, it's way too big. My brother-in-law did that. He also got me this cafeteria table on Facebook Marketplace. So this I got it at Target. And I got 2 of it and I stacked them on top of each other. And then I put the table right on top. And then I installed the standing desk wheel, which used to be right here but fell off. So I installed the standing desk motor underneath the table. So now it goes all the way up. Yeah. So this I put together myself, like makeshifted it out of like nothing. It's like a random table off of Lego, just a table, screwed it on to the standing desk motor. So I have my Darth Vader, my podcast equipment, and then I have my 2 desktops I use when I work from home. So, and then I have a walking pad that's behind the door. So the walking pad I usually use if I'm like fully on for the whole day. And so yeah, I made this. So you will not be able to buy this. I can't link this for you because I just sort of like Bob the Builder. And this is a chair. I'll also try to find a link for that. I don't know if I'll be able to get that to you, but it's heated and it's a massage chair. So this is what I'll usually have here when I'm not using my walking pad. But this I really am proud of because I needed so much table space. So I'm really glad I was able to put this together because there's no table big enough that didn't cost an entire kidney in my firstborn child. So I'm glad I was able to put this together with random parts in Target, of course. Okay, so the bathroom is also really spacious. I love that. There's a big mirror here. It's 1 sink. I would love 2 sinks, but that's fine. It's 1 sink and it has a lot of drawers. The mats I got on Amazon. It also matches the shower curtain as well. Really good job of, given how small this apartment is, to give you lots of storage space. You have a lot of storage space. It's the washer and dryer behind this door here. This is the shower. And then a prized possession from Costco. No, I think that's Sam's Club actually. So this is the full closet, and you actually get a lot of space here. I think this is one of the things that really sold me on the apartment was that you do have a full closet, and I tend to keep everything that I've ever owned since freshman year of high school. So a lot of these clothes are just things I just really need to let go of. This is the full bathroom. So thank you for watching, and hopefully you're able to make something happen with your 600 square foot apartment wherever you are, and know that you just need to feel like it's home. It just needs to feel comfortable to you, and there are so many things you can do to make you feel that way and just unique and just like home, like comfortable. You just want to come in and just get in the covers, get on the couch, grab your book, play a record. There's so many things you can do with such a small space, and I hope I gave you some ideas. Thanks for watching.